Time to say goodbye. The four most common reasons for divorce. No one walks down the aisle on their big wedding day with images of the end of things in mind. Everyone, of course, is planning on their happily ever after. Unfortunately, in many relationships, this is not what results at the end of the day. While divorce rates are down in recent years, the odds a marriage ends and cutting the ties are still fairly high. It seems, it's just hard to make things work with another individual for many years. There are many reasons for divorce, and sometimes certain couples may split up for multiple reasons. What are some of the most common? Watch on, and we'll walk you through what you should know. 1. Infidelity and affairs. Could you be happy with just one person for the rest of your life? It's a question that many people who are not yet married struggle with. For a good reason. The rate of infidelity in modern marriages is quite high, and affairs are one of the most common reasons that a couple splits up. Many times, infidelity starts as something of an innocent friendship between a spouse and another individual outside of the marriage. Soon, however, feelings develop, and this formerly innocent relationship takes on the hue of something much more dangerous. The reasons people cheat are wide and varied. Most would argue that, if a spouse is cheating or having an affair, it's because the relationship is already in trouble. Many people cheat because they are looking for something that they can no longer find in their marriage. An affair might be a one-time thing, or it could be an entirely separate relationship that extends on for weeks, months, or even years. No matter the specifics, affairs are very commonly a final straw for married couples. It's one of the major reasons for divorce in the modern age. 2. Debts and financial problems. Making life work with another individual is always going to be a challenge. If you don't have enough money to handle the various costs you both incur, it can be even more of a challenge. Financial troubles and disagreements are another one of the major causes of divorce in the United States. It's easy to see how these kinds of issues can break apart a marriage. For one, spouses might have different spending habits. Since the money in a marriage is shared, that means one spouse might feel like they are always footing the bill for the other. This can really drive up tension after a while. Even if spending is in line with another, having different financial goals can make it difficult to grow properly with another individual. Money problems can also produce a great deal of stress and unhappiness. It's difficult for a healthy marriage to thrive in this tension-filled kind of environment. It's why many marriages hit a few speed bumps after a spouse loses their job or if medical bills are piling up. Money problems can even make the process of divorce itself much more difficult. A couple will need the help of an experienced divorce attorney to help sort out financial affairs once they decide to go their separate ways. 3. Lack of communication. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. That line, from the famous film Cool Hand Luke, wasn't referring to marriage and divorce, but it might as well have been. Communication is key to a healthy relationship, and a fallout in proper communication leads to divorce more often than not. A lack of communication can take many forms. On the one hand, it could take the form of yelling and screaming at one another without really hearing what the other is saying. It could also be an utterly civil silence that falls between partners over time. Whatever the situation may be, unhealthy communication habits can quickly sink a marriage and often do. If one hopes to keep their marriage afloat, practicing and implementing different communication practices will be key. Often, communicating properly can help get to the root of other issues that rot a marriage. Money issues, lack of appreciation in a relationship, all these things can be approached and resolved with proper communication. 4. Lack of intimacy. When we talk about a lack of intimacy, we aren't always talking about sex, though sex can certainly be a big part of it in some relationships. It's more about overall physical and emotional intimacy. If a spouse keeps giving the other the cold shoulder, it's likely to result in the distance that grows between them. This distance can grow into resentment, hurt, or a number of other marriage-destroying feelings. Your partner will have sexual needs, and a failure to meet them completely could lead to the end of the marriage. Creating an intimate and special relationship requires work, and that is the responsibility of both parties. Open communication as it pertains to sex and intimacy can help to keep the spark alive in a relationship as time moves forward and things change. While it can be initially hard to have these kinds of discussions, healthy and open communication will produce better results than ignoring the topic altogether. The top reasons for divorce. No one wants to see their happy marriage get thrown onto the rocks. However, it happens all the time. The above reasons for divorce are just a few of the major issues that are impacting marriages around the world today. Need more family and relationship advice? Keep watching to my channel for more information like this. Thank you for watching.